Welcome to Mysterious Universe, the program dedicated to bringing you news from beyond the mainstream, from future science, ancient history, and the paranormal to the UFO phenomenon. Join us in taking an alternative look into the universe around us. On episode 58, we look at China's super psychics. We have an audio recording from an F-15 pilot's encounter with a UFO, and we go back to the dream time with a take on Australia's ancient mysteries. All that and more coming up on Mysterious Universe. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Mysterious Universe podcast. I'm your host, Benjamin Grundy. You're listening to episode 58 this week. And this episode's probably going to get to you a little bit late, and I apologize for that. I was speaking with Chernivog over AIM on, I think it was Friday afternoon or Saturday morning. And he asked me if there's a backup plan for the show, if I'm sick or if something happens and I can't get to my mic. You know, is there a backup? And I laughingly said, oh, don't worry about it. If I'm sick, I'll just jump in front of the mic and put something out. And I don't know if you put some sort of dark curse on me when you said that, Chernivog, but I was confined to my bed for the next 2 days feeling like crap. So I've just managed to crawl out this morning and I feel much better and I'm ready to record. It's not so much the fact that my nose was blocked and it would have sounded terrible. It's more the mental capacity. You know how when you're not feeling well, you're not running at top gear and it's hard to sit down and do something like this. So yeah, to answer your question, Chernivog, there is no backup plan. I'll have to think carefully about that for future situations. But the show must go on. There's heaps of stuff to cover. I hope I can get this out pretty quickly after I've recorded, because there's a ton of stuff in front of me here. We've got a sneak preview of the interview we had with Paul Cropper, the author of the book, The Yowie in Search of Australia's Bigfoot. Now, I say sneak preview because we want to hold the full interview for the first episode of the Illumination Project. And if you saw the website late last week, hopefully you saw the big new logo for the Illumination Project. I just put a post up that it's coming in April this month. And not much more information, but we will get to that later on in the show. I'm going to let you guys in on what we've got planned. There's a bit of a sneak preview on episode 1 and what you can expect from that new podcast in the future. Sydney just had an event which we called the Earth Hour, where at 7:30 p.m. on Friday night, we basically shut everything off, or people were encouraged to shut everything off for an hour, and a whole chunk of the city shut the lights down. The lights went down on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, on the Opera House, all the big skyscrapers there just powered down for an hour. It looked really awesome just to see the city go down like that. I mean, there's still lights around for, the roads and everything, but 53,000 homes and 1,900 businesses pledged to do this, and also to cut the city's greenhouse gas emissions by 5% in the next 12 months. So I was all geared up to join in, and I had emails from friends and make sure you turn everything off for an hour and, do your part. And because I wasn't feeling very well, I had this herbal tea like at about 6:30. And I just passed out. I was just completely out of it. Fell asleep. I had my computer running. The stereo was going. The Xbox 360 was playing. My big TV was playing. All the lights were on. And I'm just passed out on the bed. And I woke up. It was about 9:30. I was thinking, oh no, every house in the neighborhood has their lights on. And then our apartment's just got everything blaring. It was a bit embarrassing anyway. But when I got up, I turned the TV on, and of course they were talking about this Earth Hour, how the lights went out, and they had a report from one of our local stations, Channel 7, where the reporter was standing in front of the city, and the lights went out and she was doing a report, and in the background you just see this white orb just fly over her shoulder, like over the skyline, extremely fast. And the angle the news stations were taking was that this was a sighting of the International Space Station. So straight away, my Mysterious Universe angled mind thinks, oh, come on, It's got to be more to it than that. So I did a bit of a search, and if you look at some of the pictures taken of the International Space Station, they're just tiny dots, whereas this video taken by the TV crew showed a much bigger kind of glowing white orb just flying through the sky, extremely quick. So, I don't know, I just had some suspicions that maybe it wasn't the International Space Station. Did a bit of research, and it turns out that particular time that they were filming was a perfect window to see it from Sydney. So it probably was that after all, but it just didn't look like some of the photos that other people have seen it. So it was a pretty fun thing to wake up to. If anyone has got any information on that, because I've had a look online and haven't been able to find anything since I saw that. If any Aussies have heard any more on that report or think there's something more to it, please email in and let me know, because I was very curious.